Beginning chapter 1 today, expressions, equations, and functions. 3 words we're going to learn throughout this chapter. We're going to start with section 1 called variables and expressions. With all new chapters, you usually get a ton of vocab words. Note. So let's go through them. An algebraic expression, first one, consists of sum and or products of numbers and variables. Blah, blah, blah. What do I really want you to know there? No equals signs. All right, a variable. Symbols used to represent unknown numbers or values. Unknown. Something we don't know. We're just going to represent it usually with a letter. Term. A term could be a number. Could be a variable. Or a product or a quotient of variables and numbers. Any combination of that. So yeah, that looks like a lot of Chinese to me. So let's just draw a picture here, a diagram, or just an algebraic expression to show you what all this really means. Okay, examples. We don't want that. Examples of algebraic expressions. Simply a variable, the letter D. Could represent dollars, dogs, who knows. It's just, that is a term, because it can be a number. It's also a variable, some amount we don't know. You can turn it quickly into a product by putting a 5 in front of it. Now it says 5 times D, 5 times the number of dogs. Okay? They might trick you and make you all worried and give you a decimal in front of it. Not a big deal. You guys can handle that. That's just 0.05 times the number D. The variable D. We don't know what it is. It can be a sum, you know. 5D plus 4. Okay, you can even throw in the difference with a quotient. 5D minus 8 divided by C. Wow, now we're getting complicated. Anyway, those are all expressions. Every single one of them. Okay, let's take this one out here for instance. Let's take 5D plus 4. Let's talk a little bit more about terms, okay? This is a term, and that's a term. Often this will be referred to as, this one here, will be referred to as the variable term. And this one will be referred to as the constant term. Okay? So like a term is just like a piece of the puzzle there. It's separated by pluses and minuses. Okay? Alright, that should cover our vocab. Those first 3 ones. We're going to talk now a little bit about product and factors. You've heard those words before. There's many ways we can show the product. First off, we need to know why we don't use the x for times anymore. Let's say I have some variable x now times y. Can we see where that can be confusing? I certainly can. And mathematicians are notably lazy, so they're just going to write x times y. I'll put a little dot in there. Okay? Sometimes you say, oh, we don't want the dot. And you got a negative number, so they'll put parentheses around it. Like that. Or it might look like this. Or it might look like this. Okay? They all mean the same thing. They all equal this. And that's when they really get lazy. They don't even put a dot between them anymore. It's just x, y. That's really the easiest way. We certainly don't want this ever. Okay, but let's talk now a little bit about factors and product. This here is my product. These 2 values here and here are my factors. They're numbers multiplied together. Okay? Often our factors will divide into this number. Okay, let's do something that looks maybe a little more familiar. 3 times 4 equals 12. Okay? Where 3 and 4 are my factors, and 12 is my product of those two factors. Make sense? Good. Also, what if I have something like this? Here, let me change colors here quick. Put a little box here. We're going to squeeze something in here. We also have power expressions. That occurs when we have something like x times x. What does that really equal? We'll find out later. It actually equals x squared. Okay? Where this number we know, often referred to as the power or the exponent. That's another vocab word. And this, which we often forget, that number is the base. And a quick review. 5, base 5 to the power of 3, or 5 cubed, equals 5 times 5 times 5. No, it's not 25, it's not 15, it's not 75, it is really 125. Okay, the 3 is the exponent and 5 is the base. Moving on. Okay, since these chapters that have a lot of vocabulary take quite a bit of time, we are getting a little bit long here, I think. So what I'd like you to do is, for tomorrow, see if you can put these words down here. Oh, let's see if we can put these words, all these little words, in the right column. For instance, I'll do a few in each one for you, and then tomorrow I'll have you guys come to the board and see if you can finish the table. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Which words mean what? Okay, well, I know that the sum, something, oops, let's get that, there it is. Oops, the sum means addition. I know that difference means subtraction. I know that the product means multiplication. What's the word for division? Quotient. The quotient of. And I'd like to see if you guys can finish out the rest of the table. And I'll check your notes first thing at the beginning of class tomorrow.